Hello, and thanks for joining Prism English.
Today, we follow not a legend, not a genius, but someone ordinary. Someone who drifted through the days until one quiet decision turned his time into a life worth living.
The clock that didn't lie.
Everyone gets 24 hours. It sounds fair. It sounds equal. But it's not. Because what you do with those 24 hours decides everything. Adam was 32. Not rich, not poor, not lost, not found. He had a job, a decent apartment, a few friends. Nothing was broken, but nothing felt right either. Every night he went to bed with the same thought. I'll get my life together someday. He wasn't lazy. He worked 9 to 6, sometimes later. He scrolled a lot, sure, but so did everyone else. He wasn't wasting time. He was just tired. At least, that's what he told himself. The stranger on the train. One evening, on the way home, he missed his usual stop. Too lost in thought, too deep in his own spiral. He ended up on a different train, headed to a quieter part of the city. He didn't get off. He just sat there, exhausted, disconnected. An old man in a gray coat sat next to him. After a few minutes of silence, the old man said, "Strange how we spend our lives begging for more time, but then throw away the time we already have." Adam chuckled politely. "I guess I just don't have enough." The old man shook his head. "You do. You have 24 hours, but you treat them like pennies, not like gold." Then, as suddenly as he came, the man got off. Adam didn't even catch his name, but the sentence stuck with him. You treat time like pennies. The 10 Thieves of Time.
That night, Adam couldn't sleep. The old man's words replayed in his head. You treat time like pennies. So the next morning, Adam did something unusual. He opened a blank notebook and wrote, "Where does my time go?" Hour by hour, for the next 7 days, he tracked every hour. Not just the productive ones, all of them. When he woke up, when he checked his phone, when he opened YouTube just for 5 minutes, when he said yes to meetings he didn't need, when he scrolled in bed instead of sleeping. By day 3, the results shocked him. He wasn't lacking time, he was leaking it.
The 10 Silent Thieves. Adam discovered something every adult knows, but few admit. Most time isn't stolen, it's given away, quietly, willingly, daily. Here are the 10 time thieves he found. 1. The snooze button. Just 10 more minutes became 40. Morning energy wasted before the day even began. 2. The check that never ends. I'll just check my phone, turned into 30 minutes of scrolling reels he wouldn't remember. 3. Meetings without meaning. 4 meetings per week that could have been 1 email. Time lost pretending to be productive. 4. Saying yes when he meant no. Agreeing to things he didn't care about out of guilt or fear. 5. Multitasking. Doing 3 things at once, finishing none. 6. Microwave focus. Jumping between tasks every 3 minutes. Productivity does not equal speed. It needs depth. 7. The one more episode trap. Just one more equals 3 hours gone at midnight. 8. Lack of planning. Spending 20 minutes deciding what to do every hour. 9. Digital clutter. Notifications equal constant mental noise, no silence, no space. 10. Not saying this matters. No priority equals everything feels urgent, nothing gets finished. The wake-up moment. At the end of the week, Adam totaled it all. 36 hours lost to social media, 14 hours to distractions, 7 hours to things he didn't even enjoy. That's 57 hours, more than 2 whole days gone. "I'm not too busy," he whispered. "I'm just not choosing." That's when he made a promise. "From now on, I live by design. Not by accident. Not by default. Not by someone else's agenda."
10 ways to take back control. After realizing how much time he had lost, Adam didn't try to change everything overnight. Instead, he chose one small habit per day. One shift, one win, one brick toward a better life. He called it Project 24. Reclaiming my hours, one choice at a time. Number 1. Start with 3 non-negotiables. I used to start my day by checking messages. Now I start by checking in with myself. Adam picked 3 things each morning: a health task, walk, workout; a deep work task, important, not urgent; and a human task, call family, write, reflect. Everything else came later. Result? His days no longer slipped away. They started with intention. Number 2. Plan your day the night before. Waking up without a plan is like running a race with no track. He spent 10 minutes each night planning the next day. What matters? What can wait? What must be protected? That 10 minutes saved him hours of indecision.
Treat time like money. If someone stole $500 from you, you'd be furious. But we let people steal our time every day with no fight at all. He began saying, "I only have 24 hours. Would I spend this hour the way I spend this money?" It changed everything, including who we let interrupt him. 4. Follow the rule of 1. One task, 1 hour, 1 goal. He stopped multitasking. 1 hour equals 1 focus. No email, no tabs, no distractions. And surprisingly, he finished twice as much. 5. Say no to say yes. Every yes is a no to something else. He practiced saying no to extra meetings, to favors that drained him, to parties he didn't enjoy. Not with guilt, but with grace. Because now he was protecting something: his life. 6. Silence the noise. Silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. He turned off non-essential notifications, set focus hours, and left his phone outside the room during deep work. The result? Less noise, more peace, clearer thoughts.
7. Make space for stillness. I used to think doing nothing was lazy. Now I know it's necessary. He spent 15 minutes each day in stillness. No phone, no talking, just breathing. In that silence, clarity came. 8. Reflect every Friday. How did I spend my week? Did I live or just react? Every Friday night, Adam reviewed. What drained him? What filled him? What did he learn? Awareness became his compass. 9. Create before you consume. I used to wake up and scroll. Now I wake up and write. He started his day by creating a journal entry, an idea, a note to himself. Before the world told him who he told himself who he was. 10. Live by design, not default. If you don't decide how to use your time, someone else will. Now, every Sunday, Adam planned not just tasks, but time to think, time to connect, time to rest. Because 24 hours wasn't the enemy. The real enemy was drifting.
What changed after 90 days? Day 90. Adam sat at the same cafe where he once wasted hours scrolling. But today, he was different. What changed? No, he didn't become a millionaire. He didn't launch a billion-dollar startup. He didn't move to Bali or run a marathon. But he no longer felt like a stranger to his own life. He no longer said, "Where did my day go?" He said, "Here's what I did. Here's why it mattered." The quiet wins. He woke up with purpose. He spent time with people who mattered. He started reading again. He journaled every morning. He even took a short photography course, something he'd delayed for 4 years. They weren't dramatic changes, but they were true. And when something is true, it lasts.
Helping others see the clock. One weekend, a friend visited. Burnt out, overwhelmed, lost. Adam didn't preach. He just asked, "Where does your time go?" His friend shrugged. "Work, phone, Netflix. I don't even know." Adam smiled. "Want to find out?" He gave him a notebook and said, "Track it, all of it, every hour, for 7 days. Don't judge it, just observe it." A month later, the friend texted, "I didn't need more time. I needed more truth. Thank you." The gift of time. Time isn't something we have. It's something we use. And when we don't use it with care, it disappears, silently, permanently. Adam finally understood. Time is not just passing. Time is offering. And every day, I get to choose. A letter to the old version of himself. One evening, Adam wrote a letter in his journal. "Dear me, 90 days ago. You weren't broken. You were just unaware. You didn't need a bigger dream. You needed a clearer day."
You don't have to do everything. You just have to do what matters. The world will keep pulling, but now you've learned how to stay still. You've learned that the clock is not your enemy, it's your partner. You've learned that 24 hours is not a curse, it's a canvas. So paint something you'll be proud of. Me. Now.
A final moment that changed everything. It was a cloudy Sunday afternoon. Adam stopped by the park to take photos, one of his new weekend rituals. As he adjusted his camera lens near the swings, a little boy, maybe 8 or 9, ran past and accidentally bumped into him. "Sorry, mister," the boy said, catching his breath. "No worries," Adam smiled. "You okay?" The boy nodded. Then, surprisingly, he asked, "Do you have a watch?" Adam looked down at his wrist and showed him. "Cool," the boy said. "I want one too. That way I'll know how much time I've got to play before I have to go home." Adam chuckled. "That's a smart way to think." But then the boy added, without even knowing what his words meant, "Mom says time goes faster when you waste it." Adam froze. A child had just said the very thing it took him 30 years to understand. Time doesn't slow down, but your choices can. A lesson that echoed. That night, Adam sat at his desk. He opened his journal, now filled with 90-plus days of effort, reflection, failure, and growth, and wrote,
Time doesn't care who you are. It doesn't reward the busy. It doesn't punish the slow. It simply gives and gives and gives. And one day, it stops. That's the truth we're all afraid of. But here's the power. You don't have to be afraid if you choose on purpose. Final day. Project 24 complete. Life redesigned. The final voiceover for your video ending. You don't need more hours. You don't need a better schedule. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to choose. You need to protect what matters. You need to realize you're not running out of time. You're running out of chances to live it well. Time is not what you lose. It's what you choose.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Prism English. We'll see you next time, where English isn't just learned, it's lived.